What's going on, my Epictastic Nation? This is Joshua Drake Randall in post-production phase, and this is going to be a little bit of disclaimer here. So, the following reviews for this, as well as some reviews for The Life of Chuck, Predator Killer Killers, and The Finishing Scheme, were all shot in the months between April and July, along with the Superman ranking and such. I know I haven't been as consistent with 2025 movie reviews or older reviews due to a lot of stuff that's been going on this year, but I do hope you enjoy these videos, and I sincerely apologize, and we will be back on our feet eventually, so enjoy. And as always, stay epitastic, join the epitasticness, and you guys keep it cool. And I'll see you guys in more content. And the crap stuff just keep on hitting with worst movies of the year. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Epictastic Joshua here, and I'm giving you guys my thoughts on A Breed Apart. This is the latest so-called attempt of a creature feature film, to tell the truth. This stars Grace Caroline Currey, Hayden Panettiere, Virginia Gardner, and Paige Kennedy. Violet accepts an invitation to a private island with some of the world's most famous social media influencers. However, she soon becomes part of her own horrific reality show when the guests find themselves in the fight for their lives against the island's legendary man-eating dogs. Judging this by the trailer, I said out loud, this looks stupid, it looks ridiculous, and it looks like it could be just another bland, stupid film. But at the same time, I was willing to go along with this because if it's done well, I can enjoy a little guilty pleasure, so bad it's good, little creature feature horror movie like this. And I was hoping this would at least be campy, that I enjoy it. And I was hoping that this would be up my alley for a fun, stupid movie. And oh boy, fun, stupid movie, this is not. This is just on the same level of my experience I had with watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space back in 2022. And I hated that movie too. This is not as bad as my experience with Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but it's just not good, man. And here's the thing, when it comes to movies like this, I try to give a lot of movies, good or bad or in the middle, older or new, whether it's international or made here, a fair shake. I try to give movies like this a fair chance because I'm always curious to see what they can do and how my experience would go. And this is just not a very good attempt. I don't think this is a very strong effort, and I just really did not enjoy this for a guilty pleasure time it is. Even trying to turn my brain off, there's just a few things I can say about this movie that are nice. One, the acting is fine. The cast here, like I said, Riley Downs and Paige Kennedy. You also have Virginia Gardner. You have Hayden Panettiere. It's a decent cast here, and you have them doing the best they can for what is given here. But I would say easily Grace Caroline Currey, or Grace Fulton, whichever one you choose to call, very alluring woman. That woman is beautiful. She is gorgeous.
Kick-ass.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Try to keep up.
Call me mistress, you disgusting little worm.
I love her in the Shazam movies, even for the Gods. I liked her in Annabelle Creation and Fall, and this is kind of a reunion for her and Virginia Gardner, but I was still willing to go along to see what her character would do, and she's fine for what she is given here, and so is the rest of the cast in this. I was just not a fan of the way these actors are written here, and they're genuinely putting her all into it, and especially Grace. I like Grace as an actress, and I want to see her get much better movies like Shazam and Annabelle Creation and not things like this. But I will be fair and say they tried. When it leads into a stupid side, when it actually attempts to go that route, I will say I did have me some fun when it comes to the stupid fun side things. So that's one thing I will give it there. It's just very lame here. This was not a very fun, stupid, campy movie. For one, the characters here are just lazy, lame jerk, cookie cutter, generic, boring, abysmal characters in this. And they are not the most interesting in the slightest. Not a whole lot you get out of them. Even Violet, the only thing you get to get out of Violet is that she's an influencer, which is good for, should be a good, interesting for me as a content creator, because I do try to influence people when it comes to movies or film shows. But when I don't give a single crap about any of these characters here, that is where you genuinely lose me as an audience member, and when you just completely just lose me watching this movie, because the characters in the movie are fucking terrible. Boring, generic, lazy. It makes the characters in the Minecraft movie look like the stupid characters from Sharknado with a mix of Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. Here's the difference between Revenge of the Sith and Sharknado in this movie. Sharknado, the characters are not the best, but at least they do have some fun with it. And Revenge of the Sith, while we could have did better in developing the characters in the prequel trilogy with George Lucas, at least I cared about them somewhat because they were putting their effort into it. These characters just are some of the most cookie cutter characters here that, aside from one little trademark they do, you're not even gonna remember their first or last name by the end of this movie. On top of that, the direction in this movie, which I will give credit, this is a super low budget, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They did the best they could with what they had, but the direction here by Nathan First and Griff First, granted, they do the best they can. Again, I will give them that. And they're the same guys who did Lake Placid 3, which I didn't care for either, or Trailer Park Shark, which was just stupid as hell. But I didn't hate Trailer Park Shark completely. But this here is just, we go into this with no interesting characters and no sense of direction. And again, I respect that they tried. I have to give them credit that they tried. And these guys are also actors I've seen in things. So I do have to give them some credibility for doing the best they can. It just feels like the direction is kind of off-putting. Granted, it's not studio interfered, it's not manufactured, but it just feels like it's a lazy effort when it comes to these characters. Not only that, technical-wise here, this movie looks like something you would see on the Sci-Fi Channel. The cinematography in this movie is very low budget, and you can definitely tell that this is. It's shot on location. I have to give them credit for that. The editing, despite this being 100 minutes, it feels like 7.5 hours, like, because half the time there's interesting things going on, but there's not a lot going on in this. Also, it does not help the fact that your music sounds like cheap music you find on a royalty-free website, which again, I will cut them a little bit of slack because this was low budget, but I'm sorry, when your music sounds pretty cheapy, I'm going to complain about that. And not to mention here, this movie overall was just a bad experience for me watching it. And again, I gave this a chance because I like these type of stupid B movies. And I was interested because some of the cast involved. I wanted to be fair. I wanted to come out and say this movie is so bad it's good, or a guilty pleasure. Because so far this year, I've missed out on a couple of movies, even some movies that people either love or really hate, or some stuff I haven't given into just yet. And that's kind of my fault. But this here is just one of them. It feels like I was watching Countdown all over again, which I rewatched again, which I don't hate that movie as much anymore, but it's still not good. And Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which I fucking hated. This is just like, your characters and such is just very disinteresting. And don't even get me started on the CGI dogs. I'm not sure if this was CGI or animatronics, but whatever it is, it looks extremely bad. Cause what the hell was this? This is not very good CGI whatsoever. And on top of that, when the dog is killing people or mutants, I can't really take it 100% seriously. And I can't really get enjoying it as a guilty pleasure because it's just so lame. It's so dull. It's so disinteresting. And I really hate saying that because I was really looking forward to this as a guilty pleasure B movie, but I've seen better B movies with a lot more effects and efforts than this. Again, super low budget, but that doesn't mean you couldn't try a little bit harder. Overall, we are a couple months into May, and we already have 4 movies on my worst movies of the year. Valiant won. You had In the Lost Lands, which is still the one that pissed me off the most. You have a 2B original romance movie with Lana Condor, which I was really looking forward to, but I didn't really hate it as much. I just found it lackluster. And then you have this, which pissed me off a little bit more. Granted, I'm not as yelling and I'm not as angry as I want to be, but because of the fact that this is a movie that's supposed to be a B movie and be fun and be over the top, I expected a lot more from this. Again, action is fine. You have some good actors here like Grace Caroline Curley, who I want to see more of, Virginia Gardner, all the great good actors, Paige Kennedy and Hayden Panettiere, and also they have an interesting idea, and I respect that you try with your low budget. This is just not a very valiant effort. I'm gonna give this thing a skip it. If you are remotely interested, just wait till it comes on Tubi or something. I'm sure you'll have a much more better time than I did. But if you like these type of movies, you'll eat this up. Who am I to say? So that was my thoughts on A Breed Apart. What did you guys think of this in the comment section down below? Did you like it? Do you hate it? Or you somewhere right in the middle? All my social media links in the description box down below. If you would like to send any money to my Cash App or Chime, that's down there as well. Also, my Amazon wish list is down there, as you would like to send me anything from there. Also, I do have a Spotify, so this will be dropping on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so be sure to give a 5 stars on either one of those if you're listening to this on there. As always, acknowledge me, stay Epictastic, join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.
Well, that's going to do it for the video that you just watched. If you want to see more, my channel icon is up here. If you want to see more content from me, all my social medias are right here in this end card. I will also leave a playlist and a video here for you to see what the channel is about. As always, acknowledge me, stay Epictastic, join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.